Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm taking you along for a weekend in my life. I work in healthcare, so I only get every other weekend off, and when I do, I like to make the most of it. Our first stop was the Kitchener Farmers Market, but before we dive in, we need to hit the ATM here inside the market because, fun fact, most of the vendors here only accept cash. Now that we are ready, let's go get started. The Kitchener's Farmers Market is a local favorite with over 60 vendors. It's been around since 1850 and has such great mix of fresh produce, baked goods and unique stalls. Plus, you can always try samples before you buy. We went straight to the bakery stall first and grabbed some delicious coconut and chocolate horns. They're fresh made and they never disappoint. The market has so many tempting bakery options. There's also a mix of great international food vendors. You can find Indian snacks like samosas and chutneys and other international flavors like the Mediterranean hummus and fresh olives. The food section is especially amazing. You will find a wide variety of vendors, fresh produce, local meats, homemade baked goods, cheeses, and even unique handmade crafts. It's so cool to see such a diverse range of options all in one place. I love how you can really taste the freshness of everything. And of course, I always make a stop at the honey stall. They have a wide variety of local honey from classic to specialty flavors like blueberry honey, which is my favorite. And it's not just the honey, they have bee pollen, beeswax candles, and other bee related products. As this was the weekend before Christmas, me and my friends headed upstairs to check out the winter artisan market. The festive atmosphere instantly lifted our spirits. Right away, I spotted Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus posing for live photos, and I couldn't resist joining in for a fun laugh with them. Mrs. Claus had such a warm and beautiful smile, it made the whole experience even more magical. They were also handing out free cotton candy, so naturally I had to grab one to try it. The candy floss maker struggled to bag my giant treat because the bag's opening was too small. Now, the cotton candy wasn't as sweet as what we get in India, but it was incredibly light and airy. And while I was there, I also noticed there was a free face painting available for kids, adding to the holiday fun. We were also treated to some live carol singing, which really brought the holiday spirit to life.
We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some right here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Later, we headed to the outdoor stalls, which were actually set up in the garage space, likely due to the winter weather. Everything there was $1 cheaper than inside, but the quality remained just as good. We did manage to snag some great deals on fruits and veggies. Beyond food, there are some awesome craft and artisan stalls too. You'll find homemade jewelry, pottery, candles, and so much more. The Kitchener's Farmers Market really is a one-stop shop for fresh, local, and unique products. Every time I come here, I discover something new. We did grab a bunch of fresh local produce and some sweet treats. Let me show you everything we got. First up, we grabbed these 3 boxes of strawberries just for $5. Next, we couldn't resist these cream horns. They were a bit of a splurge at $3.50 each, but trust me, they are worth it. A delicious flaky pastry filled with sweet and creamy goodness, definitely a treat. I also picked up some local honey, which I'm so excited to try. This jar was $19 in all total, including the wooden honeycomb spoon which helps to scoop the honey. That was just a couple of bucks, but it's so handy and it looks great in the kitchen. Next, we grabbed all these cucumbers for just $5, perfect for making salads, sandwiches, or even just snacking on. And next, we picked up a bundle of oranges and kiwis for $3 each, just perfect for a little tropical twist in our breakfast. Later that afternoon, I decided to set up my beautiful flowers in a vase. The bouquet comes with this little packet of powder, and it's actually really important to add that to the water first. It helps keep the flowers fresh for longer by providing nutrients and preventing bacterial growth. First, take the packet of powder and pour it into a vase. Make sure to follow the instructions on the packet if there are any specific measurements. The water will dissolve the powder, creating a solution that nourishes the flowers. The powder is also known as flower food. Next, I'm going to trim the stems of the flowers. Always cut them at an angle. This helps the flowers absorb water, which keeps them looking fresh. For some reason, I decided to try the hack and saw on Instagram, and I did thought that I ruined a rose, and I really felt bad about it. But I did manage to salvage the situation. I think I did a pretty good job with it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not trying to do this again. Now, I like to go for a balanced look. No need to overthink it, just make sure the flowers are comfortable and not overcrowded. So there you have it. Even though the hack didn't work out, at least we got a gorgeous bouquet in the end. Later that night, we decided to head over to D-Spot Desert Cafe because why not? There's this adorable sign that says, "Aren't you sweet?" right when you enter, which, how did they even know? And it totally sets the tone for the night. The walls are lined with quirky fun art, making the whole place feel like a sweet escape. So I got the My Treat Croffle. It was like dessert and breakfast had a baby. My friend got the Heaven on Earth loaded waffle for him. Here he was about to show off his, well, let's just say non-existent creative skills with that chocolate drizzle, but honestly he didn't do that bad. Next morning, I really felt like a self-care session was much needed. After oiling my hair, I cleansed my face with a gentle cleanser and followed it with an exfoliating face wash to get rid of dead skin cells. I always follow up with a toner. It helps balance my skin. And speaking of pampering, I had this face care advent calendar and I had to try one out. I tried the replenishing pink clay face mask. After letting the mask sit for 10-15 minutes, I washed it off with a long, relaxing shower, and it's the perfect way to unwind. Later that night, we decided to check out Elora's Christmas market. The whole town was absolutely stunning. Every corner was beautifully decorated with lights and the holiday spirit was everywhere. However, the market was packed. It was super crowded, and with the cold weather, we were hoping to warm up with some hot chocolate. We waited in line twice, but each time we got closer to the stall, they were out of hot chocolate. But hey, we weren't going to let that ruin our night. Despite the crowd, we were able to have some fun with the photo ops. With no hot chocolate in sight, and the market being so fully packed, we decided to leave the market and keep our search for hot chocolate going. As you can see, leaving the market wasn't easy. We had to be very patient. There were too many steps and too many people, and I didn't want to be stuck in a chaos. So we finally made it out. We stumbled upon the Lost and Found cafe, but of course it was closed. And no hot chocolate again, but at least right next to the cafe was this gorgeous tree all lit up with lights and ornament. Even though we didn't get a hot chocolate, we weren't too sad. We had a dinner reservation at Shepherd's Pub later, so we decided to take a peaceful walk over the bridge until then. The whole town was beautifully lit and it was just the perfect way to enjoy the evening. Finally, it was time for dinner. We made it to Shepherd's Pub and let me just say, the vibe in there was so cool. That's what one of my residents tells me every time he sees me walk into work. I went for the Godfather burger with fries. To wrap up the night, we took a walk through the park right across from the pub. All in all, it was such a lovely weekend filled with holiday magic. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment about your favorite part about the holidays.